This is a review of Chapter 8, which was all about polynomials. This one says for questions numbers 26 and 27, we were asked to state the degree, find the degree of each polynomial. Degree, remember, is the highest exponent. So we're looking for the highest exponent. My exponents are 2, 3, and 1, so the biggest one's 3. Easy enough. 27, you try this one. Y equals 5x minus 9. Degree, the highest exponent is 1. Numbers 28 and 29, we are asked to classify each polynomial as cubic, linear, or quadratic. Cubic, linear, or quadratic. Each of these terms is referring to the degree of the polynomial. If the degree is equal to 3, it is called cubic. If the degree is 1, it is called linear. And if the degree is 2, it is called quadratic. So number 28, we actually already found the degree of this one. We said the degree is 3, therefore it is a cubic polynomial. Number 29, we said the degree was 1. If the degree is 1, it is called linear. Numbers 30 and 31, again, we are classifying a polynomial. This time, instead of classifying it based on its degree, we are classifying it based on the number of terms that it has. The number of terms. If it has 1 term, it is called a monomial. 2 terms is called a binomial. And 3 terms is called a trinomial. Remember, terms are the things that are separated by plus and minus signs. So this polynomial has 1, 9x squared, 11x cubed, there's 2 terms, and minus 2x is a third term. We have 3 terms here, therefore this is a trinomial. Number 31, y equals 5x minus 9, has 1, 2 terms. If we have 2 terms, it is called a binomial. Numbers 32 and 33, we are adding or subtracting polynomials. Number 32, it asks us to add these 2 polynomials, 4x squared minus x minus 12, and 9x minus 9x squared minus 2. Anytime I have something in parentheses, we always want to look out front to see if there's something I can distribute. Here I'm just distributing a positive 1. So if I multiply by 1, that just gets me the same thing back. So this, I just have 4x squared minus x minus 12. And this, I'm distributing a 1. If I distribute a positive 1, again, that just gives me the same thing back. Plus 9x minus 9x squared minus 2. And then again, we combine like terms. I've got 4x squared minus 9x squared. 4x squared minus 9x squared is negative 5x squared. We just combine the coefficients, 4 minus 9, keep the variable the same when we add and subtract. I've got negative x plus 9x, which is 8x. And I've got negative 12 minus 2. Negative 12 minus 2 gives me a total of negative 14. Negative 5x squared plus 8x minus 14. Notice our answer is a quadratic. Degree is 2. Trinomial, 3 terms. Number 33 looks exactly the same, almost exactly the same. One little thing that's different, and that is I have a minus sign instead of a plus sign right there. We're going to do it kind of the same. Here I have a 1 to distribute. That's not any different. I've got 4x squared minus x minus 12. And this time I'm subtracting this other polynomial. So I am distributing, but I'm not distributing a positive 1. I'm distributing a negative 1. So negative 1 times 9x, that's negative 9x. Negative 1 times negative 9x squared. Negative times negative is positive 9x squared. And negative 1 times negative 2 is positive 2. Now we combine like terms. 4x squared plus 9x squared is 13x squared. Negative x minus 9x, that's negative 10x. Negative 12 plus 2 is minus 10. Number 34, same directions, completely simplify. Looks kind of the same. I've got a couple polynomials that are in parentheses. Notice this time I'm not adding them and I'm not subtracting them. We have no symbol in between. That means we are multiplying them. We are multiplying x plus 8 and x minus 4. To multiply a binomial, 2 terms, times a binomial, 2 terms, this is when we FOIL, F-O-I-L. F stands for first, x times x. X times x, when we multiply, we add up our exponents. 1 plus 1 is 2. I got x squared. X times negative 4, the O is outside. X times negative 4 gives me minus 4x. I is inside, 8 times x. And L is last. We multiply the last terms. 8 times negative 4 is negative 32. And now we combine any like terms we have. X squared, I don't have any other x squareds to combine with it. Minus 4x plus 8x. Minus 4x plus 8x. Gives me a total of plus 4x. And then I've got that minus 32 on the end. Uh, 35 is a similar problem. We've got the quantity 2x minus 7 times the quantity 3x plus 2. Again, a binomial times a binomial. First, 2x times 3x, 6x squared. Outside, 2x times 2. Inside, negative 7 times 3x. Last, negative 7 times positive 2. And combine up your like terms. We've got 6x squared minus 17x minus 14. Numbers 36 through 39, we are asked to completely simplify, or I'm sorry, completely factor each expression. Completely factor. We had a few different ways we learned how to factor. No matter which way we're doing it, we always start by looking for a common factor. So 9 and 12, we can divide those both by 3. And x to the 6th and x to the 5th, we can always divide by whatever the smaller exponent is, which in this case is x to the fifth. That is the greatest common factor. 3x to the fifth. Now I need to divide each term by 3x to the fifth. 9 divided by 3 is 3. X to the sixth divided by x to the fifth. We subtract exponents. 6 minus 5. That gives me x to the first. Negative 12 divided by 3 is minus 4. I had x to the fifth, and I factored out x to the fifth. I'm not left with any x's on that last term, and that's your answer. Uh, 37 says 1x squared plus 8x plus 15. X squared plus 8x plus 15. 1, 8, 15. There's nothing I can divide those all by. X squared, x, no x's. I can't take out any x's either. So when that's the case, we want to try to find two numbers that multiply to 15 and add up to 8. So things that multiply to 15, not a lot. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 plus 3 is indeed 8. When I have 1x squared, we can just jump right into the factors. X plus 5, positive 5, so x plus 5, and x plus 3. Last two, number 38. We were asked to completely factor x squared minus x minus 30. We need to find two numbers. They should multiply to negative 30 and add up to negative 1. There's lots that multiplies to 30. Maybe you first think about 10 times 3. Problem is 10 plus 3 is 13. 10 minus 3 is 7. I can't get 1. Might take a little guess and check, but 6 times 5 gives us 30. And 6 minus 5 gives us 1. So there's probably our numbers, 6 and 5. I need to multiply to negative 30, which tells me one number needs to be negative. Adds up to negative 1, so the bigger number is negative. Negative 6 and positive 5. So my factors are x minus 6 and x plus 5. And finally, number 39. 2x squared minus 10x plus 28. Two, 10, 28. I can divide those all by 2. Leaving me with x squared minus 5x plus 14. Quick fix here, this should say minus 28, sorry. So this should say minus 14. We need to find two numbers. They should multiply to 14, negative 14, and add up to negative 5. 7 times 2 gives us 14. 7 minus 2 is 5. To multiply to negative 14, I need a positive number and a negative number. Should add up to negative 5, so the bigger number is negative. Negative 7, positive 2, x minus 7, x plus 2. Don't forget about that 2 we factored out earlier.